Hi, my name is Bethany Atazadeh, and I've been on YouTube since 2009, more than 15 years now. I've been on Authortube, aka this sort of video style focused on writing and publishing and my books and just all things in the author world since late 2017, October specifically 2017. And I realized that it's been exactly 8 years since I started this Authortube side of things, because I started in October 2017 and now it's October 2025. I wanted to do this video to talk about how much I make as an Authortuber with 70,000 subscribers, because it's such a random number. There's some really big accounts, most of us are smaller. That's where I started out, obviously. That's my daughter in the background if you can hear all the noises. Hold on, let me get her. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I thought it'd be cool to share with you not only where I make money from, but also how long it took to make that money, my YouTube journey, so to speak, and probably some random advice, just because that's how I roll. Is there's always something that I want to share. And so I hope you'll enjoy this video whether you have a YouTube channel or not. But if you do have a YouTube channel, I also do want to share just some encouragement that's helped me along the way and some thoughts as well. I think you're gonna enjoy it either way though. Before I keep going, I should say I've self-published 9 novels at this point, and I'm working on number 10. And then I've also self-published some novel planner notebooks, a children's book, collector's editions, omnibus. Oh, my nonfiction books with my co-author. So these days I don't even know, I want to say I've published at least 18 times, probably more. And my videos have changed throughout my career. Before I actually share the numbers, I just wanted to say that, like, I started out doing music. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. When I first started out, I wanted to be a musician. I played guitar, I sang, I had a band, we did shows, coffee houses, clubs, you name it. I would do it. State fair. That was just my focus. So in my downtime outside of work, I would create cover songs and also do original songs. Hold on to this lullaby, even when the music is gone. Take me home, save me safe. The dullest knife just sawing back and forth and ripping through the softest skin there ever was. How are you to know? Those are technically still on this channel. I just hid them because it's not what this channel is about anymore. And then when I switched over to Authortube in 2017, like I said, in October, I had just slightly over 300 followers. So my first, what is that, 9 years, 8 years? Took a little while. I also technically was making money before they instituted the rule that you had to have 1,000 followers and 4,000 watch hours to make money on YouTube with AdSense, but it was literal pennies back then, literally, or like half a penny. So it was so funny. I can't even remember the emails that I would get. It'd be like, you made 4 cents in this last 3 months or 1 month. I don't know what it was. It was 15 years ago. Okay. But when I was finally monetized for real, it was still pennies for quite a while, and you'll see that in a second. So, yes, you want to get down? Okay. All right, go play. You'll be good this time, okay? So keeping all that in mind, that I've been on YouTube 15 years total, 8 years before I even switched to Authortube. Still wasn't monetized at that point because I got demonetized basically. And then I can't remember exactly when, maybe a year later, I'll have to look. When I finally did get monetized, it was still very slow, and it's very steadily built up with a lot of hard work over the past few years. So I have made on YouTube lifetime $64,958.33. So here's my YouTube dashboard. Let me give you a look at the analytics, which is this tab right here. We're gonna go behind the scenes. I'm gonna show you. So this is just this month. YouTube will always show the last 28 days up here. And then what I did to show you is I actually went to lifetime, and that is where you see that number right there. But what I think is really important to point out is this massive amount of years that I was telling you about. Let's see if I can show you, if I can find one of the days where I made like a penny. Oh, did they get rid of it? Oh, I found one. 15 cents. Okay, see, proof. I told you. 2 pennies. All right, so I stuck it out from, what did I say? 2009, end of 2009. All the way here. It was clearly not about the money. There's another couple pennies. And then in 2017, right around here, I think I told you I started my Authortube focus. So I switched all of my videos over to that. Okay, 2018, we are a full year later, and I have not been monetized from what I can tell, because I think you have to get $100 plus to get paid out. There's 2019. It says that I made a few dollars, but I don't believe I could get a payout until it actually got to 100. So sometime in 2019, maybe, I would have gotten my first paycheck. I don't remember anymore, to be totally honest. And then as you can see, the income does start to increase. At this point over here in 2023, I've had some, let me just jump back. What is one of my best days? 50 something in a day. But let me go ahead and show you this year. So let's do 2025. We're not quite through it yet. So this is what I have this year. Part of the reason that I think looks lower to me, at least, is I really haven't been uploading a lot. I was on break multiple times this year. I took 2 really long breaks. One when my daughter was born. She was a newborn in January. And then I think I just was really, really, really slow. And then in the summer, I took another big break and I came back very slowly as well. So that's to be expected. But 2024, I made almost a little over 13,000. Do we have 2023? No, but I can custom it to show you, just give you an idea of how this worked. 2023 was honestly very similar, 13,000. I'm just curious, I'm gonna do all of it because I already showed you. Wow, 3 years in a row, I made almost exactly 13,000 every year. That's crazy. What about 2021? It's gotta go down at some point. 9,000. I wonder what 2020 was like, because everybody was online, but I was not. I took a very large break. Almost 6,000. So we'll talk about why I might have plateaued in a second, but my first big piece of honest advice is YouTube is a long game, if you couldn't tell. And so you have to truly enjoy it, or you are not going to be able to stick around, because the payoff just takes forever. Like, yeah, 64,000 is great. Almost 65,000. That's fantastic. It is absolutely amazing. And it's probably contributed to book sales for me. It's contributed to course sales, to affiliate stuff, things that I'll talk about that in a little bit, but I didn't always love it. I don't want to, act like I didn't have very stressful days. It still takes a lot of energy to sit down and make a video. Sometimes when I'm getting burnt out, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. There are times like that, okay? Especially when I first switched to Authortube, I was like, whoa, this is a lot of work and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm stressed because I don't want people to judge me, and you do have to get over that, okay? That was another random piece of advice that I just thought to share. You have to have thick skin on here. I get troll comments daily telling me that I'm not a good speaker, or I'm not good at writing, or my books are probably terrible because self-publish isn't real publishing, and things like that. Just you name it, there are troll comments that you will get, but who cares? Like, I can honestly say I do not care. It really actually has contributed a lot to my becoming a better speaker. I am not by any means a great speaker. I'm still very rambly, still very easily distracted. Let me turn this off. I still say like all the time. I still say all the time. But am I a better speaker than I used to be? Oh my gosh, yes. If you could see my first videos as an Authortuber.
Hi guys, my name is Bethany Atazadeh, and I'm an author of a young adult science fiction dystopian novel. As far as I'm aware, there's not a single blog out there on why a writer should consider doing Kickstarter.
Like I said, prior to that, I was doing music videos, so I was singing. I was not speaking. I had absolutely zero practice in speaking well and in editing videos well, because I just played a song, sang it, maybe sang it a second time if I didn't like the first one, and then I uploaded it to YouTube. I didn't know how to do thumbnails. I didn't know how to do titling videos well. I just put the name of the song as the title. But I think it was because I have grown up loving to make videos. Ever since I was a kid, my dad had this huge shoulder camcorder. Do you remember those? The really massive ones. He invested in that because he loves video too. And I would steal it and make videos with my friends, like weird interviews of made up characters or strange short films with storylines that we never fully fleshed out, but it was there. Pretend music videos with my cousin, or real music videos when I did start to get more serious, and I found friends who also enjoyed creating and making videos. Tons of those cover songs that I mentioned where I would just record in my bedroom for YouTube here. So that's my first huge piece of advice, is you've got to be passionate about the work, at least to some level. You don't have to always love it. Again, there were times when I was very stressed by it, but I think you do have to be passionate enough to push through how long it can take to see success, because very few people are overnight successes. In fact, when you do see a channel that blows up overnight, so to speak, it's almost always because they had another channel or they had some experience or somebody's helping them. There's so much that goes into it, and the learning curve is legit very steep. Is that how you say it? I think so. I also wanted to say, when I switched to Authortube, I swung too far in the other direction, okay? So I left the passion side and I swung over to the learning side, I guess you could call it, where I just wanted to check all the boxes for how to do YouTube right. And just, I researched algorithm and thumbnails and titles and editing, and I had such a great time learning. And I also watched a lot of Authortubers that I looked up to and tried to just imitate what they were doing, the sit down talking head style, which is what I still do here now, obviously, a lot of times. I try to do the exact same topics that they would do. And what I learned, this is my second piece of advice, by the way, in case that wasn't clear, is that you do need to learn about YouTube. There is a lot you need to know to get good at it, and if you're not willing to learn it, you're not going to be able to level up, because there's just so much you have to learn. But do not be afraid to try new things and be different. If you're not willing to like kind of move past what everybody else is doing, your channel's not going to stand out. And what I found is that for me, the videos where I do something kind of weird, or honestly something like this where I talk about money, people love that. It's hilarious. But I get it, because you don't see a lot of people talking about it. So if there's something that you're excited about, or some niche in YouTube where you're like, I don't see any other authors going here, that could be your spot. That could be something to lean into instead of shy away from. Yes, that is a cool truck. Hey, Sayla. She's having the best time because her brother's not here to take his trucks away. I should show you. She's having the best time playing with his trucks. Hi. That brings me to the next part of this video though, which is, where does the money come from? Because that dollar amount that I showed you was all AdSense. And if you don't know what AdSense is, I should explain. So it's essentially, if you watch YouTube ever, which you are right now, so I know you have, then you see ads on the videos unless you pay to not have them. And those ads, the content creators are getting paid for it, hopefully. I've heard that non-monetized channels do not get paid, but they still have ads in the videos, so I'm not entirely sure anymore how that works. Do not quote me on it. But when I first started out, when I first got monetized, I was able to put in how many ads I wanted in a video, and I believe at one point I could choose if I wanted this kind or that kind, and I just put whatever kind YouTube wants to put in. That's fine, and I never looked back. But so sometimes they might be skippable, sometimes they might not be. I actually don't know, because I don't see the ad that they're putting in. I just put like a marker, like an ad can go here. However, a few years, not years, probably last year. Ooh, don't quote me on this either. I can't remember when this happened, but YouTube changed again, of course, and they started putting in the ads automatically themselves, and they put in a lot. I was like, holy crap. And I typically go in and I delete some now, because I'm like, people don't want an ad every single minute or every 2 minutes. That is over the top. That's like they're watching ads as much as they are my videos. So you might be wondering, well, what about everything else that YouTubers typically make money from, right? Like there's sponsorships. Funny enough, I still have never done a sponsorship. Oops, here, play with this one. To this day, I have not been able to figure it out. I have actually tried to work with a few companies. I had this fun idea where I wanted to do like an office overhaul and get a standing desk and a walking pad and be like, the video is going to be like, oh, hey, whoa, sorry. Candles, breakable. The video was going to be about, like, I guess, creating a better, healthier environment for a writer. I don't even know what I was going to title it because it never happened. I just wanted to get healthier, and I was like, this would be a cool video. Maybe I can finally get a sponsorship, because I had, I think, 2 or 3 different companies reaching out to me about walking pads, and then another one reached out to me not once, not twice, but 3 times about a desk, and each time I replied, I got ghosted. And it was the most frustrating experience, I'm telling you. Because same thing with the walking pad company, not ghosted in that case, but I can't remember which one it was anymore, so I don't want to say names. But one of the walking desks was like, oh, we're not actually paying anybody for these. We're just giving them a desk. And then you have to give us like lifetime access to your footage that we can use for our ads forever and ever from this time forward. I was like, that's not, no. That's absolutely taking advantage of creators. And then the other one said, yes, we can pay you for the advertisement or whatever, But then when I said, okay, here are my rates, they never answered. And since I don't know what my rate should be, I've had to do just some guesswork and some research. And so maybe that's why, I don't know, but I just have found that it's not worth my time to sell somebody else's products when I have so many of my own. In fact, this video is sponsored by the Stolen Kingdom. Ari herself picked this one out. She's a princess, so she has unlimited funds. Yes, you want to read it? Here you go. However, she also lost all her money, so I'm going to give her a free discount on this advertisement. But this is an Aladdin retelling, YA fantasy. What else can I say about it when you're distracting me? You want to read it? Okay, here you go. Here you go, you can read it. I saw another Authortuber do an ad like that for her book and I loved it. And I did that once way long ago for, I think, a pre-order for a release that was coming out. So maybe I should start to do that, right? Or maybe there's a reason I don't do sponsorships because they're chaotic and confusing like this. And who knows if anybody actually wants to hear that. But there's sponsorships, then there's affiliate income that I have done. And it's very similar to sponsorships. The difference is, I guess sponsorships are very controlled and the company gives you like a set amount and approves it, has to watch the video usually. I don't even fully know what goes into that. But then affiliates give you a link and you can talk about it however you want, however much you want, wherever you want. And then if you make sales, you get a percentage of the sales. So I love that. I feel like there's more freedom there. I can also choose to talk about products that I'm more passionate about and believe in because I don't want to talk about just anything. I only have a few. I have Publish and Thrive, which honestly all my affiliates are linked below in an affiliate section, so you can see that if you want. But I really believe in that course. It helped me grow in my author career so much. I have my own publishing course, which is like on a smaller scale. It's on Udemy that I did with Writing Mastery Academy. That's not an affiliate, sorry, never mind. That would fall under my own products. Publish and Thrive is not offered all the time, by the way, and it is a much higher price point, but it also has a lot more content in it, like a lot. And there's so much content that's being added all the time, so I just highly believe in that. But if you need something that's like available all the time and is maybe a more affordable price, then my course is out there. But then there's other things that I believe in, like writing stickers. I have Draft to Digital linked, which is where I publish some of my books. And what else? Epidemic Sound, just because I use their music in YouTube videos and they have a free link for anybody to use. But on a side note, in case you're curious, you will get so many wildly weird emails about both sponsorships and affiliates, usually sponsorships actually, and I've said no to so many for you guys. You have no idea. This channel could be full of spam because there's constantly somebody wanting me to advertise their notebooks or their lamps or their mugs or their leggings, or my favorite one of all time, which I will never forget, years ago, was period panties. And I'm like, yeah, for writers. Totally. That makes sense. And then I don't know what to call this because it's not affiliate. I don't have like an Amazon affiliates account, which would be nice, but they keep turning me down for it. So then there's my books, which are not under any affiliate links, but I do obviously make money if I sell those. And I would love to sell those because that's why I made this YouTube channel, is to talk about my books. And so all that to say, yes, I probably have made some money here and there because of this YouTube channel in other places, like the affiliate stuff for sure. But that number that I showed you at the beginning, the almost 65,000, is 100% from AdSense. So I guess for this section, my advice would be don't be afraid to start putting affiliate links in early on, and don't be afraid to try out some sponsorships before your channel gets big, before it's absolutely terrifying. I think it will probably still be terrifying, but right now, because people just expect me to have figured it out, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I just might never do that. I might have to start doing my own sponsored content like I was joking. But I think, okay, this is sort of like a wrap-up advice. I think the biggest thing is don't be afraid to focus on being yourself and leaning into what makes you unique, because people starting YouTube try to conform and to copy and to imitate, which in some cases I can see why, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if it helps you learn and grow and figure out what you do like and what performs well and what your strengths are. But I don't think it's wise to stay there because it won't make you stand out. And yes, I kind of already said this, so I'm just bringing it back full circle, that what makes you unique and the things that you think, oh, someone's gonna find that weird, or like, you know, when I talk about I'm a Christian, I'm homeschooled, I'm a mom, all of those things have drawn in people who, I mean, other people as well, but especially people who are those things as well. They will relate to me more and they'll be more excited to watch my videos because I am an actual human being and not just like a talking head saying how to 10 steps kind of information. which again, nothing against those channels. If you want to be that, I just don't think that they grow the same. And actually, one more piece of advice, they don't have the same type of community because people don't come to those channels for the creator. They come to just get the information and go. Versus if you develop relationships with people, like I talk to you guys in the comments, I try to make it a habit that the first 24 hours of video is out. I try to answer the comments that come in during that time. And if I can't going forward, I usually can't anymore. That's okay, but at least I talk to the people who show up right away for the videos. And those people are the ones that have formed this community with me and made it really exciting to be here on YouTube. And I love talking to you guys about the stuff in videos every week. So on that note, this was partially a story time, partially like an if you want to start a YouTube channel. But to sum up, it's a long game. Make sure you really want it and you know why you're doing it. Number 2, learn all the ins and outs of YouTube, but don't be afraid to outsource eventually. Number 3, lean into your own unique qualities, embrace being different instead of trying to copy. Number 4, I put there will be trolls, throw them under the bridge and move on. I think I added more to this video as I was talking, but I don't remember what they are now. I just hope that you got something out of this. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, let me know if the number surprised you or if you're like, whoa, I thought it would be more, because I'm curious what you guys expected.